I'd like to tell you a story today that it comes with a moral, and so it happens many years ago. I've been called as a freelancer to do a rescue flight. So everything happened pretty quickly and at the very last minute, which is something I would say in the ordinary for a freelancer. It doesn't necessarily happen every time, but it's in fact quite common because the freelance flight attendant is that person that you call when you have a problem. So in order to fix the problem, the emergency, you call a freelancer. So I got used over the years to be pulled out for flights with a very small, short notice. Anyway, so I've been called by the company asking me if I was available on short notice to perform this flight from the south of France to Singapore. And I say, yeah, no problem, just arrange all my transportation to get there, and I will meet the crew and the jet on the following day. Perfect. So this is what we did, and in the moment I arrived on board the jet, I met the pilots, and then when I stepped into the cabin, I met this girl. She was there as well, and I didn't know who she was. She looked, very simple, very, I would say, sportive, and her facial expression, she was absolutely concerned and traumatized. Pale in her face and, a little bit of a dark circle, a little bit, you could tell she was concerned out of something. She didn't sleep very well, and she looked a little bit all over the places and not in herself. So she was wearing, something very sportive, like a track bottom suit and a hoodie. So I really couldn't understand who she was and what she was doing in here. So I introduced myself and we started talking, and I found out that she was the assigned flight attendant for that flight. She was a freelance as well, and when she positioned the previous day with the airline lost her luggage. So she was there with absolutely nothing but the clothes that she had on herself at that moment in time. So no makeup, no uniform, no toothbrush, nothing at all. Because of that, the flight was then delayed of 12 hours, and the owner of the jet got very angry because the flight has been postponed, not because he wanted, but because of the missing luggage of the flight attendant. So he was very angry with her. And that's why they have called me to substitute her, also because she didn't have a uniform or anything at all. For some reason I don't know why, the luggage was completely lost, like nobody knew where the luggage was. So it's not like, she could have waited a little bit to get the luggage delivered eventually with the following flight. No. So I was just there to basically take over. And when she told me this story, her face was so sad and sorry. And I could see she felt guilty for this, although it's not her fault. She felt absolutely, again, all over the places. And even her eyes were watery a little bit. She was not up to the point to start crying, but not really feeling good with herself. And after she told me all the story, she looked at me and she said, "Your cheeks look so pink." And and that because I was wearing makeup. So I said, well, you know what? I want to make you feel better. So I understand you have no makeup with you. Would you like to use my makeup so you can apply some on you, and hopefully this is going to make you feel a little bit better? It's probably not the most hygienic thing to do, to share, makeup with a stranger effectively. But I really wanted to help this girl because she looked so sad and so down. So she accepted, and she just put a little bit of blush on her cheeks to look pink, effectively, like mine. And she felt a little bit better. So The moral of the story, what is it? Is that when you fly for work, when you are positioning, in particular at the beginning of your duty, with the train, with the airline, with whatever way of transportation, keep your uniform with you inside your hand luggage or even on you. So sometimes, even if I have to position for a short flight, like 1 hour, 2 hours flight with the airline, I might decide to wear the uniform. So I know that my uniform is on me and I'm not gonna miss anything. Otherwise, if it is a longer flight and I want to have, more, I want to travel more in a more comfortable clothing, yes, I'm gonna do that, but then the uniform is gonna be in my hand luggage together with my makeup, or the essential of my makeup at least, and any other toiletries that I possibly need. So the moral of the story, your uniform travels with you.